Alright everyone, so in this video what I want to do is show you how to build a really cheap blog network. We're talking $300 to $500 range for about 10 sites or so, which can do a lot for you, especially in the local niches and, in launch jacking, as long as it's not like a huge launch jack. Even 10 sites for a pretty big launch jack can get you on first page fairly easily, depending how big it is. But, just to show you some examples of sites that I've ranked with just a couple links. Delaware SEO. This site's number 1, number 2. The video is number 3. And I sent, I believe, 2 or 3 links to this site, and they're of similar quality to the sites that I'm going to be showing you how to find. Okay, very similar quality. Another one was a friend that owns a barbershop, Delaware Barbershop. Right, his site's right here at number 1. Okay, you can do Delaware Barbershops, best Delaware Barbershops, and he's number 1 for all this stuff off of one link. Okay, that's it, one link. Again, similar quality to what I'm going to be showing you. Another one, a friend of mine owns a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym, Delaware BJJ. Here he is right here at number 2 for Delaware BJJ. 2 links. Okay, again, very similar quality of what I'm showing you, the quality of the sites. Another one, famous example, we use Gold IRA. I sent 4 links to this site right here, 4 blog network site links, and it's been in the top 3 for Gold IRA for over 9 months. Again, similar quality of what I'm about to show you. The blog network sites don't have to be the super powerful ones to rank. Even tough term. I mean, Gold IRA is a tough term. I just got my keyword and my domain keywords really good for that one. Usually, you're not going to do that well with just 4 links of that quality to a term like that, but I just did really well with my domain keywords and mixing my anchor text and my titles and all that. But anyways, those are just some examples of sites I've just used a few links, even one link for the Delaware Barbershop one to rank a site. A client like that, you can be getting a few $100s a month, put that money back into your blog network. You can use that you can even use 10 sites to rank dentists, the big people, plastic surgeons. And those people can be a few grand a month. I mean, you put that back into your network, you trade up, you go after bigger stuff, go after bigger affiliate stuff, and that's how you get things going. That's how I started. I didn't always spend the amount of money I do now on my network sites, but I was able to build myself up, okay? So, let's go through this. And remember, whenever I teach something, I always recommend trying to put your own little twist on it, because, when I first started, I learned from Mike's course, and I followed the course, but I put my own twist on things. In a sense, I made them better for myself. And you can do the same thing. If everyone follows the exact way, will they succeed? Yeah, but if you put your own little twist on, that's when you can really explode, how valuable the stuff can be for you, because no one else is doing it. Most people who watch this are going to follow exactly the way I show you. If you're one of the few that, just goes outside the box and thinks a little harder and tries some different things, then you can really find something that works even better. Okay, so let's go ahead and set some filters here. Greater than 0 for the indexed. We want it to be indexed. Domain age, I'll say less than 2010. Again, this is one of the things you can play with. You can play with that number. Domain authority, we'll say greater than 30. Again, another number you can play with. Expires in the next 7 days. And then auction type, we're mainly going to be going after GoDaddy stuff because GoDaddy starts lower. Now Namejet, you can do the same thing that I'm going to show you, and you can just go after because they start at $69. 10 sites at $69 would be $690 if you got them at the lowest price, which is still pretty good for 10 sites. You can do a lot with that. $690, you have 10 sites you can send links to from multiple different sites. That can do a lot for you. You can easily get a client for $690 a month and kill that cost in 1 month very easily. Okay, and people do it all the time. But for this example, to say as cheap as possible, we're going to go with public. Okay, and that's the auctions that start at $12. Here's another thing you can play with. I always say, I don't mess with buy now and offers. Maybe you can go in and mess with them. The buy now start as little as $5. Okay. And I'm sure you can find good sites in there that are buy now for $5. I've just never played with that because most of them are spammy. But I'm almost positive you can go in there, take some time, and pick out sites that are pretty good. You can get for $5 each. 10 sites for $5 each. That's $50. All right. Well, you got registration and all that. It would end up being like I don't know, maybe $100, $200 at most. But again, something you can play with. When I'm telling you these things, just kind of take it a little further, look into it yourself, and just play with things like that. Okay. Same thing with offer. Most of the offer domains, they try to get you for more money, but who knows? Maybe if you go in and do a bunch of them, you can find some really good ones for cheap prices. Okay. But for this example, I'm going to show public. And I've never messed with reverse, so that's another thing you can mess with. All right, so let's go ahead with public. These all start at $12. And we will do find domains. Now, the biggest thing about getting domains for cheap is putting in more time into the research phase, all right? A lot of people, the biggest mistake they make is they get stuck on domains. What I mean is, they'll find a domain they really, really like. They'll set their clock for the auction end time, and they'll get in bidding wars with people, and they'll pay a lot more than they should be paying for the domain, when really what they can do is they can spend more time on the research phase. Instead of bidding on 5 you really like, go bid on 50 that are at least decent, okay? And then only go with the ones that you're getting at 12, 15 bucks. So, if I'm you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do my research. Me personally, I spend 15 to 20 hours a week researching expired domains, okay? So I put a lot of time into it because I'm serious about it. So you got to ask yourself, how serious are you about it? The more time you put into the research phase and the smarter you are about the end of the auction, the cheaper you can get them. And trust me, if I had that recommendation when I first started, I would have saved myself tens and tens of thousands of dollars on domains that I just paid way too much for that I shouldn't have. Because again, if you could just bid on 5 domains you really like, you're going to get in bidding wars with them. You're going to end up paying, a few $100s sometimes for these domains, which you can get similar quality for 12, 15 bucks. So what you want to do is, instead of bidding on 5 domains you really like, go and do more research. Spend more time on the research phase. Again, ask yourself, how bad do you really want it? Spend more time on the research phase. And then from there, what you want to do is just bid on more sites. Okay, so say I go and bid on 30 sites instead of 5. That way, I'm not stuck on any one domain. What I'm going to do is when the auctions come up, I'm either going to just get the ones that end at the price I bid on with $12, which no one else bid on. I'll get them for $12, or I'm going to set my alarm clock for all the auctions, all 30 of them. And when they come around, I'm going to set a limit for myself. Okay, I'm not going over $22 for any of these domains. And the reason for that is there's so many domains out there that people miss them all. Trust me, I get good domains. I get great domains in the $12 to $15 range weekly because I do my research, all right? So just make sure you spend more time on the research phase, bid on more domains, and then set a limit for yourself where you will not go over that number no matter what. Do not get stuck on a domain. There's way too many domains out there to do that, okay? It's a mistake I still make every once in a while. I'm telling you, don't do it. It's a waste of time and money. I'm really working on not doing that at all anymore. So once you get in here, you can organize by domain authority. You can organize by domain age. That's good for this method. You can organize by PR if you want. Bid price you can organize by. I'm sorry, some of them start at $10. Most of them start at $12. For this one, I'll organize by domain age. Just kind of mix it up. Again, you can also organize by domain authority. I do that a lot. But for this method, I really like older sites. If you get older sites with decent links, it can really do a lot for you. Another little tip there for everyone. So let's go in here. Let's see. Whoops, I organized the wrong way. So I want the oldest to show first. Alright, so I'm going to I look at the whole picture. I look at the domain name, I look at the bid price, where it's currently at, page rank, age, and domain authority. Alright. Women's tea. So this ends in 6 days. Let's find a better one. Here's a 2. It's at 155. That's high for a PR2 showing. It's old. Let's see here. Alright, so here's one here. It's showing only a PR1, so it won't get much attention. It's at 12 bucks. I kind of liked that domain name. It's old. So let's go check this out. So let's go check the www version. It's probably at that version because it's so old. Alright, so it's got 8 linking root domains. They're all foreign. So I wouldn't do that one. Let's go to the next one. Here's a PR3. It's at $10. It'll probably go higher because it's got a good amount of days left. But let's just go check it out anyways. So it's got 56 linking root domains. Oh, it's a redirect, so make sure you go to the right domain. Whenever that message pops up, again, we covered this in the expired domain videos, but make sure you're looking at the right site. Organized by domain again. We probably just could have looked at a few of these top ones, but while that's loading, I'm just going to look at some more of these. And usually the older domains go for a good bit, so a lot of these top ones will probably, be more expensive than what we can find. It redirected again. I'm just going to go to the next one. Or what I'll do is I'll just click on this and just kind of manually do it. Or I won't group them by domain. Alright. So let's see what we got here. And usually I would look at more than just like 5. But in this case I'm just doing like the top 5, just as example. So there's a PR5 right there. A lot of links on the site. Well, actually most of them aren't links. Most of them are email addresses. So that's a PR5 right there. Of course I would check to see if that link's actually there. The name of this site is Metro Gourmet Inc. So again, what I would do, I've shown this before, but I'll just show it again as a review. I bring up the source code, go to Edit Find, and then look for the domain name, Metro, and there it is right there. You're looking for href site name. Okay, so this does have a link on this site, is a PR5 link. So one PR5 makes this worth to get for $12, no matter, definitely. Even if none of these other ones have PR. Alright, one PR5 link is enough to get this domain for $12, no doubt about it. So what I would do is I would go bid on this. Alright, so I'd go bid. It's already at $10, so I'd put my bid in at $15. Alright, and that's one site I'd bid on. If it goes above $25 or whatever, I'm just going to let it go. I'm not going to get stuck on it. Alright, so let's see. I'm just kind of looking at domain name, looking at the whole picture here. Just kind of trying to go through it quick. This one's already up to 27. So, and it's still got 5 days left, so we're not. It's probably because it's a short domain and it's old. This one's already up at 150, or it looks like it started at 150. Again, these older domains are usually more expensive, but sometimes you can find some good ones. Alright, me and mommy to be. This is only at $10 still. Let's go check this one out. Showing a PR2. It's got 4 domains to this one. We want more than that, so let's go check the www version. Alright, so that does have more. And again, usually I would group by domain to just get the top domains, referring domains. But let's kind of do it by hand. I'm just going to do like 5 of them. Spoon. Make sure I'm not getting any of the same domains. It's a blogspot one. Alright, so let's go look at these top 5. So there's a PR2. See how many links are on the page. Looks like a lot of links. Another PR2. Again, looks like a lot of links. There's another 2. 2. And a 3. Alright, so I mean the top 5 links were 4 2s and a 3. And that's a site I would pay $12 for any day. Okay? That's going to pass some link juice. Even though there was a good amount of links on most of those pages, it'll still pass link juice. Alright, so I would probably bid on that one. It's at $10, I'd bid 15. If it went over 25, I wouldn't get it. This one, I don't like that domain name, so I'm just going to skip it. PR3, it's already up to 90. Again, remember we don't care about PR, so we can go check this out. I mean, it's got 2 days left, and it's only at $12 still. It's got 3 linking root domains for this version. 1 do follow. Let's see what that do follow is. If this is like, even if it's a 1 do follow link at a PR5, I would consider it, depending how old the link was. If it was like a newer link, I probably wouldn't do it, just based off 1 link. But let's go check the dub version. And none at that one. Alright, so that one ended up being a dead end. And these, for cheap ones, you probably just want to skip any showing above a 4 or above a 3, because people go off PR still, and they will bid a lot of money on these. These will not go for low. Alright, so here's one right here. I don't like the name of the site. It only has 17 hours left, and it's only at $12 still. Here's one, less than 2 days left. And it's still at $12 with no bidders. So let's go check that out. Three linking root domain to this version. Add domain authority to this one. I like that. No PR for it, but I add domain authority. It would need to have more than that. Let's go check the dub version. This one has more. There we go. So we'll check those first few. There's a PR2. Not too many links on there. There's a PR3. Not many links. Alright, so a PR2 and a PR3, and we only checked the top 5 links or so. You need to keep checking more of these links. There's a lot of links there, right? So there's a site right here. It ends in less than 2 days, and no one's bid on it yet. It's at $12 still. These are the type of sites that you can pick up for $12 pretty easily. Again, as you see, as we get newer in age, as we get to the newer sites, less and less bidders, because a lot of people bid on age. All right, so that's what I would do. I'll just keep looking through these. I would just look through a lot of these and just see how they look. Okay, and again, you can mess with the different settings in here. You can change stuff around, and again, we can even do stuff like, let's go check out the buy now. You can also do the offer. I've never messed with the reverse. You can go check that out. But let's go do the buy nows and just see what they look like. I haven't looked at the buy nows in a long time. So what we can do is organize by the lowest. So we'll get the ones that start at like $5. Alright, so we got one at 5 there. A few at 8, 9, 10. There's not too many of them there. But what we could do is maybe try changing this down to like 25 or something, and include like, just kind of expand that. And these are the things you can just play with. You can do the same thing with offer and reverse, whatever. I don't even mess with reverse. Look how much that went up. Went up to 2,000 from 300 domains. So that's, again, organized by buy now price. Alright, so we got tons and tons of 5s here. Looks like they're showing mostly 0s, but you can still look at them if you want. Yeah, here's one for, it's got 19 hours left, and it's still at $5 for buy now. Let's go see if it looks any good. Alright, so none to that version. Let's check the dub version. It's got 4. They're foreign, so I wouldn't mess with that probably. Let's go to the next page. You know what we can actually do is organize by PR. We can start like the ones, 2s. So this goes down to the 3s. Let's go to page 3. And again, I'm just trying to give you guys ideas of different things you can do, so everyone's not doing the same thing. But the more time you put in your research, the more you can find. All right, so here's a bunch of 2s. Here's one for $10, 19 hours left. Rockinghames.org. The scores match up to where this should make sense. A 31, a PR2. The domain name sounds pretty good, so this has some potential. Just 3 linking root domains. I probably wouldn't go with something with that low, unless it was like a solid link. It's a PR5. I wonder how long this has been here. It doesn't say when it was last updated. What I would probably try to do for this is see if I could find out like how long this has been here. You can go do like an archive check and see how long this page has been here. You know, if it's like a newer page, I probably wouldn't risk it. But if it's been here for at least like a year or so, you know, one PR5 link, that makes this a legitimate PR2. It could even be PR3 quality. Okay, so there's a site right there that has a PR5 link onto it. It's going to pass link juice to everything else you link to. You can buy for $10. Okay, here's one for $5 right here. Foreign worker out beta. I don't like the domain name a lot, but I'll check it out anyways. So these buy nows could actually work out, and I haven't even taught this. So this just kind of opens up a whole lot more doors, and there's tons of them here for $11. You know, $5, $10. Just make sure the link quality backs it up. Don't go off just PR. Again, you know, I've been teaching that for a long time. Even though the PageRank update came, don't go off just PR. Let's go off a few of these top links here. So these are all expired. So it looks like someone might have had a network together for this site. All right, but you guys get the point here. You know, I'm just looking. I'm doing more research. And I'm getting sites for cheap, okay? And again, remember, you can still do you can do the pre-releases, okay? I do this all the time, guys. Look for domains. It's almost 2,000 domains. And all those of these will be a little more expensive. What you can do for these is set with how pre-release works is you got to pay the the $69 is just there's a $69 like entrance. If you end up not winning the site, you don't pay the $69, okay? So you're just pledging if I'm the only bidder, I pay $69 for this site. That's the minimum price, okay? So when you go and do a pre-release, you put in your bid for $69. It's not really a bid, it's kind of just like a placement holder. But if there's no other bidders, you win that site. If there is other bidders, then all the people who put the $69 in to get in the auction, they all bid for the domain, but only the winner pays anything. You're not charged anything until the domain is yours. Okay, so you can do the same thing for here. It's a little more expensive. You're going to be in the $600 to $800 range for 10 sites. But tons and tons of sites at NameJep and Snap that you can get for $69. And what you can do is just go through all the domains, only bid $69 on all the decent to good ones, okay? And then whatever ones you win at 69, just do those. You know what I mean? You don't have to go after the ones that go above that. Or you can just, if you're tied for people at 69, maybe you can bid 79, see if you can get them at the last minute. Just set your alarm when there's 5 minutes left, go and bid 79, and if it ends up going above that, just let it go. Okay, I do that all the time where, I'll bid on sites for 69, because it's tied. Whoever sets the bid first is the person who's considered winning the auction. Even if if you have 10 bidders, they all put in $69 pre-release entrance. Whoever bid first is considered the top bidder. If no one else goes above that 69, that first bidder gets the site for $69. Okay, so what I'll do is in cases like that, maybe there's just a few bidders at 69. I'll go in at the last minute, bid 79, and I get domains all the time like that, where I'm just going out and stealing it out from under them for just $10 more. All right, so don't forget you can look through these. It's a little more expensive, but again, do the thing where you bid on mass. You do more research, you do more work in the initial phase, then you get the sites for cheaper. All right, hopefully this helps you guys get your networks together for a lot cheaper than you were. Again, don't get stuck on domains. That's the biggest advice I can give you. Do not get stuck on any one site, because that's how you end up spending too much money on one site. There's way too many sites out there to do that. All right, hope you guys enjoyed. Talk.